VID0004121 friends. My demonstration provides information on the meaning and importance of seriation and ordering skills as they relate to young children ages 2 to 5. Before we begin, let's take a minute to define the term seriation and what ordering skills are. Seriation skills can be defined as the ability to arrange objects in order by size. These objects can range from triangles, circles, squares, boots, shirts, and everyday common things that we use on a daily basis. Ordering is comparing more than two things or more than two groups. In the words of John Piaget's terms, ordering is called seriation. The two things kind of correlate and mean the same thing. The National Council of Teachers of Mathematics standard for pre-kindergarten through grade 2 algebra includes the expectations that students will order objects, size, number, and other properties, recognize and extend patterns, and analyze how patterns are developed. Very young children learn repetitive rhymes and songs and hear stories with predictive language. They develop patterns with objects and eventually with numbers. They recognize change, as in the seasons or in their height as they grow. The NCTM standard provides that students recognize, extend, and create a wide variety of patterns. Underlying the concept of patterning are the concepts of comparing, ordering, and seriation. A focal point connection for algebra at the pre-kindergarten level is that children recognize and duplicate simple pattern sequences of the A-B model. At the kindergarten level, children identify and extend patterns made with objects or shapes. How do children learn? Well, ordering and seriation start to develop in the sensory motor stage. Before the age of 2, the child likes to work with nesting toys. Nesting toys are items of the same shape but of varying sizes so that each one fits into the larger one. I have an example of a nesting toy. Right here I have a set of cups. From biggest to the smallest or from smallest to the biggest. The child is able to put one cup inside of the other of the same size. Other types of patterns involve repeated sequences that follow a preset rule. Daily routines is an example of a pattern that is learned early. That is, infants become cued into night and day and to the daily sequence of diaper changing, eating, playing, and sleeping. As they experiment with rattles, they might use a regular pattern of movement that involves motor, auditory, and visual sequences repeated over and over. As the sensory motor period progresses, toddlers can be observed lining up blocks, placing a large one, then a small one, large, small, or perhaps red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow. You might ask why seriation is important. The development of seriation skills is a step-by-step developmental process. As children grow and develop, their ability to seriate will also develop. For instance, a very young child, 2 years old, may not be able to seriate at all. The concept of small, smaller, smallest, and large, larger, largest probably would not mean much to such a young child. However, an older child, 4 years old, may be capable of seriating 3 or 4 objects quite easily. Just like any other skill, the ability to seriate will develop with each child at his or her own rate. Seriation skills are important for a number of reasons. First, seriation skills are often related to more complex math concepts such as ordination or placing numbers in the correct order. An example would be placing something by numbers 1, 2, and 3. Furthermore, well-developed seriation skills also help to develop higher order thinking and problem-solving skills. In other words, in order to arrange 3 blocks in order from smallest to largest, the child must first be able to analyze the situation and then develop a solution. Seriation skills definitely need to be introduced and reinforced through a wide variety of hands-on, developmentally appropriate activities. Here I have different things or different activities that you can do with children to go over activities and to do things with the child. Here are 3 pumpkins placed on the table. You can talk with the child about which one is the smallest, which one is the biggest, and which one is in the middle. These 3 things can be used to keep inside the classroom and talked about with the child. Another thing you can do, something simple, is line up crayons and let the child distinguish which one is the smallest, which one would be the biggest, and which one would be in the middle. Other activities for 2 to 3-year-olds would be show the child 3 boxes and talk with them about the size of each one. Place the boxes on the table in front of them. Ask the child, can you show me the small box? Have the child work with you to identify the small box. Next, ask the child, can you show me the medium-sized box? Again, the child identifies the medium-sized box. Finally, ask, can you show me the biggest box? Once more, have the child work together with you to identify this box. If you work with very young children, you may want to have the children merely identify the size of the boxes. If, however, you feel your children are ready, have them to help you place the boxes in order from smallest to largest and vice versa, largest to smallest. That activity is something similar to the crayons and also to the pumpkins. You can also do that with the cups here also. There are many different materials and activities that can be utilized to help young children develop seriation skills. As you begin to develop activities for children, keep in mind that young children of the same age often function on many different developmental levels. Start with simple activities, then move to more complex ones. Most important, have fun.